Hey guys, I've got an art tutorial for you, okay? It's making a make-believe fairy tale tree using positive and negative space. So I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to tell you about the supplies. And what I suggest is watch the video. It's only going to be about 10 minutes. And I'm going to show you all the supplies that you can find at home and a chart on how to do it step by step. Then go get your supplies. After you've watched the video, go get your supplies. Watch the video again, and you can pause it wherever you need in order to get all the instructions, okay? Alright, so here's two examples of, these are just two examples, okay? The fantasy tree, the make-believe tree. Okay, there's one example. Here's another example. Okay, what you will need. Cardboard box, printing paper, or pizza box. Everybody's got a pizza box, right? Okay. Or, let's see, aluminum foil. You can probably got that. You can use a shirt and cut it up, but you better check, make sure it's okay. You can cut it up. Okay. Paper towels work really good for part of the project. Any kind of box. Cracker box, you open it up, voila. You've got your background. You've got something to work on. If you still have magazines around, you know, few of the papers works great. Okay. Also, like a file folder. Open it up. Got a big space there to work with. Okay. I think this is called accounting paper. You know, it's got all kind of lines on it. If you still take a newspaper, anybody has newspapers around? Okay. And if you paint and stuff, you got some leftover scraps where you painted, any of this stuff works, okay? All right, number two, you need some drawing and painting tools. We're going to really more draw. Okay, if you've got colored pencils, that will work. Oil pastels, that will work. Markers, okay? Crayons, any of these will work. You don't have to have all, just one of these, okay, will work. It's a good idea if you have a black marker and a pencil, need that. Tape, any kind of tape, scotch tape, masking tape, or glue. It doesn't matter. Okay. Number three, decide on your colors ahead of time. You do not have to have a color wheel. You can look up online, right? I mean, it's all there. So, pick out your colors ahead of time. If you want to do monochromatic, which means all one color, okay, if you want your tree to be a dark red, several dark reds, and the background or the negative space in this point to be a very light red, okay, monochromatic. If you want to be analogous, analogous means at least three colors that are touching each other, that are together, you know, like cousins, they're related, okay. It doesn't matter which three, any three, at least three. It can be complementary, meaning the opposite, because this one is an opposite, okay? Blue and orange on the color wheel, they're opposite, so complementary. So decide ahead of time what colors you want to use. Okay, that's number three. Number four, let me show you the chart, whoops, okay, that I made. And like I said, it's a make-believe tree, so don't worry about it being perfect. God said good. He didn't say perfect, okay? All right, so at the bottom of your page, make your two C's and some V's. Now, if you'll notice, the V's are not touching, okay? That's the trunk of your tree going up there, okay? Second, number two, make some more V's. Again, they're not touching because that's your trunk, okay? Keep going, making some more V's, okay? Now, right here, that's not a V. I'm completing a trunk. But you can stop this video later and look at it and get it the way you want it, okay? We're making some more V's. And we're going to go all the way to the edge of the paper. Now, you may already be to the edge of the paper by the time you get here. That's okay, all right? All right, but just make all your branches and your V's go to the edge. Okay, now here's where I messed up. I don't want you to, okay? Color in what we call the negative spaces, okay? Then cut them. Then cut. I didn't cut first time I did this example, I didn't color it in, and I cut a branch off, okay? So color it in first, and that way you for sure know which one's your negative space. And then you end up with a tree. Okay, so this is your chart to go by. Alright, now, something else I did, I'm experimenting with aluminum foil, which I know probably everybody has, and I put markers on it. The markers take a little while to dry. So if you use markers on foil, let it dry before you do it. Okay, and then if you can take, you cut out your tree. You want the same size as your background, okay? And I've got my tree. Okay, I got my fairytale tree. And then, okay, last part. Why do I want to learn what's important about the negative and positive space in art? What does it matter? Okay, good test question. Number one, what is negative and positive space? Okay, the positive space is it will be the focal point. Here, the tree is the focal point, okay? The negative space is what surrounds it. Did you notice I didn't say background? Because that would not always be true. But the negative space is going to be in between or around the focal point, okay? And then the other question number 2, and the last question is, what's important about it? What can it do for me in art as far as drawing, painting, photography, set design, whatever? What it can do is give you it gives a better composition. It helps for a more balanced, visual pleasing. It gives a flow, a rhythm to it. For example, this one. Okay, you've got your positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. It's a weaving back and forth. It's like a flow. It's like a rhythm back and forth. Okay, and it makes it more pleasing. Okay. Also, like in this one, when you've got something that's not quite so, sorry about the reflection, not quite so busy, and then something else with looks like a lot more texture on it, they complement each other. It makes it visually more pleasing when you've got the positive and negative and use both of them, count for balance. So, okay, that's your 2 test questions, and I'm going to say go for it. See what you can come up with using art supplies. Get creative with your supplies. Do a fairy tale tree, okay? Using the positive and negative idea, and see what you get, okay? So, I'll see you later.